Meow. No one's here. Perfect. I heard this two-legged beast is loaded. He can definitely afford to raise 2 little cubs. Still haven't found them? Blue Dye hasn't yet. Working stiffs have it so rough. President Dye had his own innocence taken, then got cruelly dumped and used for some secret legal thing, a lab test. His own charms just lacking. What am I supposed to do? His own charms just lack. Can't find anyone, and every day the working stiffs suffer. Special Assistant Chen, what is this? President Dye, you have children. 2 of them. Go investigate. Lu Mingchuan, your cubs meet at the park, 3 p.m. Cash on delivery. 1 for $1,000, 2 for 2,000, no haggling. Lu Dai, security footage shows a small cat entering your office, making a round of inspection inside, and then leaving. It's possible the cat's owner instructed it to bring the letter in. You're telling me a cat walked into my office, left this letter, and then walked out? That is possible. Heh. Why don't you just say a cat gave birth to 2 cubs for me? I've got to see who's behind this prank. Who could slip past all of Lu Corp's layers of security? Meow. Finally, he's here. Meow. Let me groom my fur first. After all, humans are all shallow. Watch me charm the socks off him. This little cat is the one from the security footage. Kitty. Lu Dai is famously a huge iceberg, barren for 10 meters in every direction. And now he's actually fussing over a little cat. Meow, meow. So adorable. But did the 2 cubs really come from a cat? Kitty gave them to me? Meow. Nonsense. Great, finally got rid of the little brats. I'm free. This kid is mine? I have to admit, he does look a bit like me when I was little. I can't believe I'm actually starting to buy this ridiculous story. So cute. Could this be the bond of blood? Assistant Chen, arrange a paternity test. Right now. What about the children? First, go to the mall across the street and buy a stroller and some formula. And pick up some more formula and diapers. This 2-legged creature is pretty reliable. Meow, where's my cat coin? Can't you see I'm starving thin? I think I understand what she means. You want cat coin? This 2-legged creature isn't trying to get me for free, is he? Meow. Meow, you cheapskate. No cat coin, but you still get to pet me? First, the paternity test. Once we confirm they're my cubs, I can give you the cat coin. You'll have to wait a bit longer. Meow, fine, fine. I get this paternity test thing. They do it every day in those short dramas. Mr. Liu, let me do it. I have kids at home. You're married? No way. My parents answered the national call and had a second child. Humph, single loser. This is just beyond ridiculous. Mr. Liu, like this. Support the baby's neck and the back of the head with one hand and support the bottom with the other. Then gently lift them up. This tiny person in my arms is as soft as a rice cake. I've held documents. I've held contracts. But I've never held a creature like this before. And then, I'm holding back my laughter. If I laugh, my salary's gone. Where's their mother? We've been standing here for so long and haven't encountered a single suspicious person. The security footage is useless. I wonder if that cat can understand commands. Master Mimi, come here and hop on. President Dai, are you trying to lure a kitten away? Meow, this stroller is super comfy. Meow, big spender, big spender. It's blinding my cat eyes. If I go do the paternity test, will your master get angry? Meow, no, he won't. They say a paternity test means pulling out the little one's hair. Will it hurt them? Pulling hair? Isn't that just cat fur? Kittens have the most fur of all. I really believe it now. Kittens can understand human speech. This world is just too absurd after all. Little Mimi, time to eat. Meow. It smells pretty good. Delicious. Just as satisfying as eating rice back when I was human. You rogue, you jerk. Oh, Mimi is unclean now. Mimi needs a bath. After touching the kitten's belly, what if she gets mad? Oh my god. I was only gone for a few hours, not a few days. So? Actually, only I myself know. That right now, I'm nervous inside. See for yourself. They're my babies. I'm a father now. Mimi, I'm a father now. Mimi, do you know the baby's mother? I'm very grateful to her. 10 months ago, I stumbled badly. For the first time, someone drugged me. I walked into the wrong private room. So hot. My head hurts so much. No, that glass of wine was spiked. So unbearable. Later, I searched for a long time. It was like she just vanished. Not a single clue. Until now, when she suddenly sent 2 little babies. I don't know why, but I feel like the cat can understand what I'm saying. First time I've seen the CEO talk this much. Must be delirious with joy, talking to a cat. I know, but this kitty can't tell. I'm a cat deity from Mount Kunlun. Just stranded in this world by a tribulation mishap. They'd expose me, wouldn't they? Besides, I've got no spiritual power left now. It's far too dangerous. A smart kitty knows how to protect herself. I wonder, once the paternity test comes back, will Lu Mingchuan still keep me around? If Lu Mingchuan is willing to keep me, then I'll forget about that 2,000 bucks. If he won't let me stay, then I'll just have to swallow my pride again and let him give my belly a little rub. Humph, meow. They look like 2 little princesses. Congratulations, CEO Lu. Find 2 nannies. Also, that house near South Lake Park. Have 1 room converted for me into a nursery, and another into a cat room. The environment there is better. More space, much more suitable for the babies. Right away, CEO Lu. I'll get on it immediately. Oh, and schedule the family doctor for a home visit to check the baby's health. I doubt the little one's mother has any money. I'll take the babies to the hospital myself for the checkup. Wow, want cuddles. Meow, you silly 2-legged creature. What's wrong with her? Why is she making that rumbling sound nonstop? Is something bothering her? A kitty's purr is their way of showing happiness and feeling safe, you know. Looks like I'll have to pet her more often from now on. Hello, CEO Lu. My surname is Wang. I'm the new nanny. Thank you for coming, Ms. Wang. You're too kind, CEO Lu. If you don't mind, just call me Sister Wang. Alright, Sister Wang. Please, come in. The preparations were a bit rushed. Let me know if there's anything else we need to get ready. I'll have someone go buy it. Such delicate, rosy little babies. In all my years in this profession, this is the first time I've ever seen such beautiful babies. This lady seems to put Mimi at ease. She must be a good person. Mimi approves. Mimi is also very relieved. Not bad at all. Rookie dads really are unreliable. There's nothing in the house except a stroller. Mr. Lu, here's a list of things we need to prepare. The babies are growing up so healthy. Great, 'cause I'm the one raising them. I'm super awesome. The baby needs a diaper change. Otherwise, the little one will be uncomfortable. Could you show me how? I'd like to learn. Mr. Lu, you're so responsible. You're a wonderful father. The children's mother took good care of them. For the babies to be this healthy, she must have gone through a lot, don't you think? So she really is a little girl. A dragon phoenix pair, Mr. Lu, you're truly blessed. Truly blessed. My little cubs. I love them all the same, boy or girl. Mr. Lu, do the babies have any other clothes? A baby's skin is very delicate, so pure cotton fabrics are best. Yes, but the new clothes I just bought haven't been washed yet. Only 19.9 on Pintada each. Super expensive. If it weren't for meeting Lu Mingchuan, I wouldn't have parted with the money. It's time to hold the baby's 1-month celebration and officially announce their birth. I should have discussed this with their mother. Maybe he doesn't want me to find him after all. The babies miss their mommy. Woo, MHM. I do too. The baby's feeding problem is solved, but as they are now, they can't hunt, and they don't know how to act cute. How will they ever get a full belly in the future? Maybe I should leave the task of teaching the little kittens to their father. But the kitten's father is a silly human. What should I do? Good food today, enjoy it while it lasts. Good food today, eat your fill now. What's the matter? Kids are just like that. These 2 little darlings are already very well behaved. There, no more crying. Babies, stop crying now. Stop crying, you're giving this cat a headache. Don't stare at me. This cat has no desire to be captured as a demon. Hurry up and go to sleep. I'll sing you a little meow meow song. Why does this scene feel so familiar? Could it be I subconsciously want to raise a cat? Meow? Why are you staring at this cat? Two little babies. They rely more on a tiny kitten than they do on me. All the more reason to keep it, then. Why does Lu Dai feel a chill down his spine? So none of this was a dream after all. Lu Dai, these two babies are truly so well behaved. They didn't wake up once all night. No crying or fussing, they're simply too easy to care for. Morning, little ones. Babies, you be good now. Daddy's going to earn money for your formula. Are you coming to work with me? Meow, I can't. Can I? Be good and you'll get your canned food. Meow, fine. You be good. When I come back tonight, I'll open 2 cans. Meow, fine, I'll eat my fill first. Once I recover on my own, I'll earn my own money to buy canned food. Humph, you ungrateful little cat. For the first time, I'm actually looking forward to going home. My life now has something to care about. Someone who needs me to cherish and protect them doubly. Lu Dai, the other nanny has been selected. Please take a look, Special Assistant Chin. You should find yourself a girlfriend. A lonely bachelor, how pitiful. You have children now? Well, aren't you impressive? If you're so capable, have your assistant spend all day searching for your kid. Humph, so what if I have children? I was still abandoned by a woman. Understood, Lu Dai. From now on, I must work hard to earn money for the children's formula. Can you arrange it? Your money could feed the kids' formula for 3 lifetimes over. They'd never finish it. Fine. Remember to go on that blind date. Yes, Lu He. Meow, kitty wants some. Please, please, eat my canned food, and you'll stay. A milk and meat mousse can. Meow. I'll stay. A milk and meat mousse can? Is there really such a good deal? As long as you stay, there'll be canned food every day and kitty Go-Gurt treats, freeze-dried and dehydrated snacks. So many treats. Meow, my, eat up. Eating it means you agree. You cunning human. But I simply can't resist. What a rich fragrance. If I could eat something this delicious every day, I'd be willing to be a little cat in front of him for the rest of my life. It's a little ticklish, but I don't hate it. It's even kind of pleasant. Still want more? Then have another one. Actually, I still want more. But, forget it. What if I eat him out of house and home? Once my own spiritual energy stabilizes, I'll earn my own money to buy canned food. Be an independent, self-reliant good kitty. Good babies, drink slowly. Are you going out? Where are you going? Little Mimi, I'm taking the babies to the hospital for a checkup. Does little Mimi want to come too? Meow. Yes, yes. Meow thinks this man is very smart. So many dumb humans can't understand what I'm saying. No, good little Mimi. A kitty can't go to the hospital, you know. If the hospital sees such a pretty little kitty, they'll keep you as a mascot, you know. This Meow would never be a mascot at a hospital. I'll leave a trace of my spiritual energy on the little cubs and Lu Mingchuan. Just a wisp of my spiritual energy. If there's any danger, I'll personally go rescue them. Meow. No one's home. Perfect. Finally, I can transform. This feels so good. Still as beautiful as ever. No wonder he's the male lead of this novel world. Just a little cuddling and my spiritual energy's already recovering. When I was a kitten, I was the prettiest little cat on Mount Kunlun. Now that I'm human, I've gotta be the most beautiful person in the whole world. My luggage is still at the rental. Perfect timing to go out for a stroll. Actually, these two babies weren't supposed to exist. This is a novel world. The original host was just cannon fodder. The supporting female lead wasn't supposed to run into the male lead, Lu Mingchuan, and she wasn't supposed to get pregnant with his babies. No point dwelling on it. Since I'm here, I'll make the best of it. While they're out, I'm gonna go out and explore too. Being happy is what matters most. Meow meow, I am the most amazing little cat in the whole world. A clever little cat who can wait for the bus. What a beautiful little cat. Go ahead, take your pictures. I know I'm adorable. A tiny 1-bedroom apartment, and it actually cost me $1,000. It hurts so much. I'm broke. The original host was flat broke too, leaving me, so hungry I'm dizzy. Haven't played with a phone in forever. Someone lost a chubby little cat. Your cat is stuck in the toilet. I am a cat deity. I can divine anything related to cats. The snail noodles at the street corner are still so delicious. I'm about to burst. This sunshine, this breeze, it's just so incredibly comfortable. Meow. Meow. I know you're a cat human. So what? Meow, you're so dirty, I can't find my owner. Can you help me find my owner? I'm a cat human, not a human cat. I can only sense where cats are. I can't sense where humans are. Do you know the way home? Hey, I snuck out to find my owner. How about I post on Little Sweet Potato for you? Meow, thank you, cat person. Mimi. Mimi, time for some canned food. It's getting dark. I should head back. Good baby, stop crying, okay? No more crying, no more crying. Daddy's here. I'm back. Why are the little ones crying again? Meow, good baby, don't cry. Why does it sound like a grumbling kid? Mommy won't. Little Meow must think these two babies are her own cubs. Meow meow meow, they are my cubs. Don't be mad. We're opening canned food again today. Meow, do I look like that kind of gluttonous cat? Who hurt my cubs? What's wrong with him? Why does he look so scary? I'm sorry. Meow, little me. It's because of the needle marks on the baby's fingers. Don't worry, no one bullied the little babies. It was necessary for a hospital checkup. Meow, really? All little babies have to do it. Really, no lie. Meow, okay, sweet. Fragrant, so fragrant. Can I have just one more bite? Don't worry, I'm fine. What a silly human. Lick it again, can't let it go to waste. I really want another bite. No, no. Only evil monsters drink human blood. Me still needs to cultivate to become a cat immortal. This is the cub's daddy. What if I drain him dry? If any human dares to bully the cubs, I'll drain all his blood. Little me, you need to be good and stay at home from now on. There are many bad people outside who will snatch little cats away and hide them, never to be found again. Me will never be good in this lifetime. Me is a cat person, the super amazing kind. If I get snatched away by someone, I'll never see the babies again, and no more canned food either. You know what? This silly little cat. This kitten has such a good temper, doesn't even resist when the baby grabs it. And such a lazy little cat, too. So much fragrant, sweet food. This Meow is about to dig in. The pumpkin smells so good, so sweet, so delicious. I'm not even a little bit angry. I even want to keep spoiling this naughty little cat. Xiao Ming, want to come to work with me? Meow meow, little ones, you be good. Mommy's going hunting. Meow meow, Xiaomi. In the future, you can just use face recognition and take the CEO's private elevator straight to the 18th floor to find me. Got it? Meow, got it. Got it. So this is the territory the two little ones' father has claimed. Looks pretty good. Meow, hello there. It's over. The road is gone. The road is indeed gone. This world has gone completely mad. The all-powerful Lu Dai has become a cat slave. Mimi, what are you doing here? Is something up? Meow. Meow, eat up. Meow, yummy, yummy. Heaven is so unfair. A miserable wage slave like me has it worse than a little cat. But this little cat is just too adorable. I really want to pet it, you know? Lu Dai's cat. This person sure can talk. Having a soft little thing pressing down on my lap seems like a rather comfortable thing, too. This ungrateful little cat. I treat it so well. I wonder, when its owner shows up, will it miss me for even a second? Ah. Meow. Awake now. Meow meow, I miss the little ones. Be good, and don't go out. Angry. Xiaomi, will you stay by my side forever? Meow, what's wrong with him? There's such a good deal? Then wouldn't I be able to cling to Lu Mingchuan for a lifetime? Lu Mingchuan is just a dummy. A human lifespan is only a few decades. Just soaking it up for a few decades wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't I be able to become a super powerful little cat demon? Then I could throw my weight around the whole world. Just thinking about it makes the future seem full of promise. So if you agree, how about we seal it with a high five? Okay. I think I've really lost my mind. I actually opened my palm and waited for a little cat to high five me. Meow. Xiaomi, can you really understand me? Meow. Dummy human, of course me can understand. Me is a cat person. Xiaomi is the ugliest me in the whole world. Wow. This is outrageous. How can the little one's human dad be this dumb? Is there something wrong with his eyes? I'm the prettiest little cat in the whole world. The prettiest, just tricking meow. Actually, the little cat is the cutest, the prettiest, and the most lovable. Meow, you never hold a grudge. I was instantly placated. That's right, I'm just the best little cat in the whole world. A tingling, numbing sensation like tiny thorns pricking my ear. That absurd night. That reckless woman was just as soft, like a cat. They say pets take after their owners. Does your owner also love beauty and acting spoiled like this? Meow, no way. Owner? Me has no owner. Me will never be a slave. What about your litter scooper? Me has no litter scooper. Me buries his own poop. Me is super awesome. Then what about your mother? Meow. Me doesn't remember anymore. A long, long time ago, I strayed into Kunlun Mountain and cultivated into a cat demon. The little cat doesn't remember anymore. I'm sorry, Xiaomi. I meant to ask, where's the little one's mother? Meow, dummy human, just won't tell him. Bad me doesn't want to tell me, so he plays dumb. How adorable. Alright, Xiaoming, get some rest on your own. I need to get to work. I saw it all on the way here. There's a sweet gum tree downstairs. That's no trouble for Mimi. And look, that kitten Lu Dai brought is coming downstairs. Wow, I never thought Lu Dai would be a cold-faced softie. He likes little kittens, but who wouldn't like such a pretty little cat? Little kitty, come here and let big sister pet you, okay? I don't want to be petted, but I can sense the human means no harm. Ah, he shook hands with me. I'm going to die from the cuteness. These are all subordinates of the baby's father, which means they're the baby's subordinates too. I'll inspect them one by one for the babies. What's wrong with this young lady? She seems a bit upset. Little Mimi, you're so beautiful. Xiao Zhang, has your manta been found? No, I've checked all the nearby surveillance footage. I searched with a pet finding team for days and still nothing. I'm really worried some cat trafficker took him. My manta wears a collar around his neck. You can tell at a glance he's a cat with an owner. I don't know who took him away. I understood that. The young lady had a little cat named Mantu, and he's gone missing. Meow. Little Mimi, you mustn't run around, you know? If you ever get lost, you'll have to wander the streets. How about big sister takes you to find dad, to find Lu Dai? Then come with big sister, okay? If I can just get one look at the young lady's cat, I can help find him. Wasn't the kitten sleeping in the office? How did it end up in the work area? Seeing how much Lu Dai values this kitten, I wouldn't dare be careless. Lu Dai, Mimi has left the CEO's office. Pause for 10 minutes. Report back to me in 10 minutes. The tycoon's wrath, all for a pretty face. Little Mimi, Lu Dai would actually do something like this? Meeting adjourned, going to pick up the cat. How can this person be so clueless? Not nearly as clever as Lu Mingchuan. Good little Mimi. Lu Dai will be here soon, meow. Commanding the wind and rain. The cold, ruthless Lu Dai is actually a cat lover. Lu Dai, Special Assistant Chin. Little Mimi, come here, meow meow. You still dare to run off? Meow, I wasn't running off. I want to help the young lady. But you fool. The young lady doesn't understand you're worried. Little meow, no running off. Humph. Run off again and you'll get snatched by cat traffickers and sold to the mountains to catch mice. Meow, so stupid. Troublemaking cat is doing a good cat deed. Humph. Be good. Run off again and no more freeze-dried cans. How could I possibly listen to someone so dumb? What? All the cats in this place must be bullying him. He was pampered by Xiao Zhang before. How could he compete? The cats outside are all starved and gaunt. Is this right? Is this reasonable? A little kitten can open a combination lock. Could it really have become a spirit? Go check the surveillance footage. Lu Dai, the news has stories about cats and dogs taking the bus every day to go play. Perhaps, little Mimi went back to find its owner, didn't it? Since little Mimi is so familiar with the route, doesn't that mean little Mimi's owner often took it this way? Doesn't it mean following this road? Perhaps we can find its owner. Send people to search along the route. If found, don't scare the little cat. I'll go myself, then come back. Other tycoons search for the female lead. Our President Lu is unique, searching for a little cat. You can never escape Lu Dai's grasp. Bad cat, no cans for you when you get home today. And no petting or cuddling either. So cute. Where's the little cat going by bus? Off to work? Hee, that little calico is so pretty, so spirited. Why is the one next to her so dirty? Has it been bullied? That little black cat keeps following the calico. I think I've seen this black cat before. Someone posted looking for its owner at Eastside Park. I came across a post. The black cat's owner is searching for it over in the Northside area. Looks like the same cat to me. Amazing. A skill only humans are supposed to have. Can Mimi learn it too? Meow. Mantu? Mantu, is that you? Owner, where did you go? Mimi searched for you for so long. Mimi thought you didn't want me anymore. I walked such a long way, but I just couldn't find the way home. Xiaomi, did you help big sister bring big brother back? Thank you. Thank you so much. Meow meow. Although I'm definitely older than humans. Meow. Call me big sister. I'm the eldest of all. A warm spiritual energy slowly flows into my body. So comfortable. Gotta slip away now. Meow. Human, I'm back. Xiaomi. Meow. Human, what's wrong with you? Why do you look so unhappy? Assistant Chen, call off the search for the cat. A bunch of useless idiots. The cat came back on its own. And you people still aren't back. Xiaomi, where did you go? Why did you run off again? Don't you know it's dangerous outside? There are cat traffickers everywhere. Meow meow meow. I'm not scared. I'm tougher than all of them. Meow meow. I was doing important stuff. It wasn't just running around. You've still got an attitude? You little bad Mimi. No canned food or chicken breast tonight. Run off again and I'll lock you up. Meow. Mimi is shocked. Mimi is furious. Mimi's ignoring the human now. Human is mean. Mimi is so sleepy. Meow. You suddenly feel that after Lu Mingchuan kissed you, your body feels so comfortable. Every strand of fur has relaxed. Getting close to Lu Mingchuan boosts my spiritual energy. Sleeping on Lu Mingchuan boosts my spiritual energy. Being kissed by Lu Mingchuan boosts my spiritual energy, too. Then won't my spiritual energy recover really soon? Soon I'll be the most powerful little cat in the whole world. Meow meow meow, awoo awoo. Lu Mingchuan is such a good person. From now on, Mimi will protect Lu Mingchuan. The canned food Lu Mingchuan bought is super delicious. Mimi can eat 10 cans in one go. If I wasn't worried about eating him out of house and home. Can you understand this? Do you know what this is? Meow. I can recognize a few human characters, but I can't understand them when they're put together into long, luong sentences. But Mimi is a little cat. Why should I understand human writing? Plenty of silly humans don't understand kitty talk either. It's time to tell mom and dad they have grandkids. And grandpa and the others, too. Did you wash your little paws? Stinky Mimi, meow meow, you want some milk too? Mimi wants formula milk too. Mimi drinks way more than the little babies. Assistant Chen, these are some snacks and toys I brought for the kitten. Just a small token, it's nothing much. I hope you can pass them along to Director Lu's kitten for me. My cat's been missing for almost a week now. Yesterday, Director Lu's kitten helped bring my cat back home. Are all the cats raised by Director Lu this amazing? You're saying that when Xiaomi went out yesterday afternoon, it was to help someone find their cat? Yes. He took the bus from the company to go there. It sounds pretty far-fetched, but it seems like it actually happened. It really looks like he went there specifically to pick up Xiaobai. You can go attend to your work now. It's a kitten spirit. Director Liu, something's wrong. The kitten can't be found. I filled the food bowl this morning, but by the afternoon, he still hadn't come out to eat. I've searched everywhere and can't find him. Alright, I understand. Thank you. Just as I thought. Hello, Assistant Chen. Starting today, assign people to stake out along the number 307 bus route. Other domineering CEOs are investigating the female lead's whereabouts. Mimi won't be locked up. So delicious, so happy. Every day it's this delicious. How can humans be so amazing? But we're almost out of money. Where can I get some money? Damn it, what about Lu Mingchuan's 2000? These past 2 days, his sugar-coated bullets have been bombarding me. Mimi almost forgot. I feel full of spiritual energy. I can go find a job, earn some human money. What should I do? Door-to-door cat finding. 5,000 per job. 5,000? 5,000 each time. This job suits me. As long as I have a photo of the kitten, I can find the kitten. Later, when my spiritual energy recovers, just by smelling something or someone with the kitten scent, I can find the kitten. In this world, no kitten can escape my eyes. This way, I can earn lots and lots of money. And I can also accumulate lots and lots of spiritual energy. I've discovered that whenever I do good cat deeds, helping a kitten, my spiritual energy grows just a tiny bit. Not full price. Professional cat finder. Available on call. 5,000 each time. Found within a day. Pay after the cat is found. Fair dealing, no cheating. I wonder if the novels in this world also generate tiny specks of spiritual energy in this small world, gradually gathering into my body. Ling Yu. The kitten I brought back isn't my guagua. It can't be. They look exactly the same. This kitten is a bit slimmer than mine. The M-shaped marking on its head is also a bit narrower. I thought it was my kitten, just thinner from wandering outside. The other party is a new account, and it's an auto-generated throwaway account. Looks like a scam, but the other party is a cat-finding blogger. Yet he figured out at a glance that this kitten isn't my Mimi. I'm a materialist, but ever since I got a kitten, I keep coming across so-called pet psychics. Sometimes it really does seem like they can figure things out. Some might be scams, while others have raised kittens themselves and learned through long-term observation. But what if it's real? I didn't expect someone to contact me so soon. Right now? So, can you come over now? The sooner, the better. Any time is fine. No extra charges. Fair and honest, no tricks. Thank you so much. Do I need to pay a deposit up front? No, no need. Ugh, turning human and taking the bus still costs money. So young and so pretty. Are you here all by yourself? That's enough, that's enough. Let's go. Straight there? Could it be that he hid my kitten just to make dirty money on purpose? How could it be such a coincidence? Right when my kitten goes missing, he happens to bring over an identical tabby. And then he leads me to realize this doesn't add up. All these moves were just me acting out cat-finding videos made by humans. Hee hee, clever me. Hee hee, clever me. Hee hee hee, I already know where Guagua is. That meow is definitely Guagua. No doubt about it. That's my Guagua's voice. Guagua, mommy's right here. Where are you? Guagua, come out. Guagua, your mommy's here for you. The paw patterns, Guagua. The meow and favorite freeze-dried treats are exactly the same. No mistake this time. It is Guagua. Guagua, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I got the wrong cat. You've been out wandering for so long. You can't blame Song Ka for finding the wrong kitty, because Guagua and Sangbao both have chocolate-colored paws with a tiny pink spot, identical, this size. I can't lie and say Guagua's gotten thinner. They swapped on purpose. Does Guagua not like me? Not like it at home? No. Guagua and Sangbao are brother and sister. They just wanted to switch places for a few days. They never found the right time to switch back. Guagua. Is that true? Because Guagua got lost before. I've been super strict with him, not letting any chance for him to slip out. I never thought that's why Guagua couldn't come home. Sangbao couldn't get away. Thank you so much. I'll transfer the payment right away. My spiritual energy grew just a tiny bit more. Scan a code or bank transfer? Can I add you as a friend? Sure, of course. Got paid, so happy. No need to ask Lu Mingchuan for money for now. Thank you, miss. Wishing your Guagua a lifetime of good health. A kitten that receives my blessing will surely stay healthy and well. Thank you, sorry for the trouble. Miss, where did you buy those freeze-dried treats? They smell so good. I want some. I bought them online. I'll send you the link. Could you order a pack for me? Of course you can. Want to try a sample first? So it won't go to waste if your cat doesn't like it. Okay, sounds good. I'll be off then. If you know other customers, send them my way. Meow Xiaomi. Would you like to stay with me? Would you stay and keep Guagua company? No more wandering the streets from now on. No more fighting other cats for food. You'll have a home, together with your little sister. Will you stay? Earn some cash and gain some spiritual energy. Time to eat. Human food is so delicious. You're telling me you lose track of a cat every single day? Yes. You're so capable. Why not just strap a tracker on me? Then you'd know. The urban village area is such a mess. The men I sent can roughly pinpoint the location. They're already trying their best. We've temporarily narrowed it down to a few residential compounds. We just need a little more time. I'll give you 1 more week. I want a definitive answer. Yes? Working stiffs really have it rough. The boss gets dumped, and we have to track down the person and stalk a little cat like some creep. What did the poor kitty ever do? Hey. The overtime fiend is off the clock on time again. Lu Dai's got cats and kids at home. A family man really is different. Check out someone else's cat. Someone replied to me. No way. Before they moved in, I confirmed they were okay with me having a cat. That's why we became roommates. Plus, when I went back to my hometown, it was my roommate who offered to look after the cat. I rushed to work early and didn't notice I hadn't shut the door properly, which let Man to get out. It seems like the roommate was pretty good to the cat. My roommate said the cat's really timid and they couldn't find any sign of it. But when I got back, both water bowls were bone dry. The litter box was fairly clean, with only 2 pee clumps. Normally, it would meow and come greet me. That morning, the cat just hid under the bed and wouldn't come out. I thought Mantu was just sulking, so I didn't think much of it. Could it be that Mantu was just too scared? I regret it so much. That day, my train was delayed. I rushed off to work in a frantic hurry. I didn't even have time to take a good look at Mantu. When I came back at noon, Mantu was gone. If I'd known, I would have taken half the day off. But now, knowing doesn't do any good. Still, I can't just accuse my roommate without any proof. He paid the full rent on this place, and specifically looked for a roommate at a lower rate because of the cat, 300 less than the market price per month. He also said he absolutely adores cats. Bad kitty's getting more and more half-hearted. Meow. Has this two-legged fool lost his mind? Where did that little bad cat run off to today? Snatched away by a bad person? Going hungry, huh? No way. Little rascal even bites. Bad kitty, ow. Humans bullying the kitty. Meow making money is good. Meow. Bad human. Such a tiny little thing with such a big temper. Paw pads all pink. So clean and neat. I wonder how the little kitty keeps them that way. Awoo, awoo. They say a cat's personality matches its owner. So the little kitty's owner must be just as spirited. Little kitty, do you know which of the 2 babies is the older sibling and which is the younger one? This one's the older brother. This one's the younger sister. This one's the older brother. This one's the younger sister. Oh, really? The kitten's father is a clever man. Or is it older sister and younger brother? Silly human, so dumb. Meow, hee hee. It's older brother, meow meow. It's younger sister, so obvious. Meow, alright. I understand. Little kitty, are you some kind of little spirit who's gained enlightenment? How can you be this clever? Meow, no. I heard that gaining enlightenment isn't allowed in the human world. In all your life, you've never been a picky eater. This is the first time you've encountered food so hard to swallow. This is awful. Even a dog wouldn't eat this. A cat wouldn't either. You don't like it? It smells terrible. Just like poop. I feel like Lu Mingchuan has this strange pull on me. I can't help wanting to get closer. It's like, what's that thing called? A fox spirit drawn to another fox spirit. It's really cutting into my earnings. I wonder when my spiritual energy will fully recover. Hello, can a cat that's been lost for a month still be found? I found my kitten in a trash can. I hand-raised her with formula, 1 drop at a time. She's been with me since I graduated. She's 8 years old now. I'll pay any amount, JCV. She's such a pretty cat. She can be found. Really? I'll pay anything. When would be convenient for you? Anytime works. Then I can come find you now. Yes. This flatbread is absolutely delicious. A golden, crispy flatbread with a slice of lettuce and a crunchy fried starchy sausage. It's simply wonderful. Hello, are you Miss Lin? Hello. Hear about a lost cat? Miss Lin, you're so young and beautiful. Yes, that's me, Miss Lin. My surname is Qin Wenyao. Hello. I wanted to try mimicking humans and shake hands. Then I suddenly realized my paws were all greasy. Heh. When did your cat go missing? Half a month ago. The day I got engaged. How did she go missing? Where did it happen? After the engagement photos, I was worried about the crowd and put the cat inside. When I came back that evening, I turned off the stove and she was gone. I raised my cat by hand, bit by bit. I poured all my feelings into her. I can't bear to lose my little cat. Are you and your boyfriend on good terms? We were college sweethearts. Do you suspect my boyfriend let my cat out? Impossible. We were together the whole day. It was your boyfriend's mother who gave the kitten away. Well, actually, I practice Taoist arts. I mainly rely on metaphysics to find lost cats. The tiny glimmer of hope I just felt was instantly extinguished. Miss Lin, please don't joke with me. I mean it. If you want to find your kitten, I can take you to look for it right now. But the kitten's disappearance was your boyfriend's mother's doing. Your boyfriend also knows the passcode to your bedroom. Your boyfriend told his mother. Impossible. Before we started dating, we had an agreement. My boyfriend could accept my kitten, and both his parents had met my kitten, too. They all really liked Pudding. I know some people love kittens. And some people can't stand them. Before my boyfriend and I started dating, I told him I have a kitten. If he could accept that, we would try seeing each other. After we got together, my boyfriend was also very good to the kitten. The kitten was given by your boyfriend's mother to his little nephew. Whatever the case, please, just help me find my kitten first. As long as we can find the kitten, we can deal with everything else later. Alright. Then let's go straight to find the kitten. Don't tell your boyfriend. Found it. Pudding. What are you doing? Are you from Liu Yang's family? What brings you here? Come in quickly. Perfect timing, stay for a meal. In many people's eyes, Pudding is just a little cat. But in my heart, Pudding is like my own child. It's only been a month, and my kitten has become like this. Why is it tied up here? No, if it wasn't tied up, it would have been beaten long ago. That's why it's tied. The village cats are tough. This cat couldn't win a fight, it got bloodied. Aunt Lu. I've already spent over 50,000 yuan just on vet bills for this little cat. Over 50,000 yuan? If you want my cat, you have to pay for it. Otherwise, it's theft of someone else's property. That means jail time. No one stole it. Liu Yang's mother gave it to me. She said you two were planning to have a baby and wouldn't keep it anymore. It just so happened Pung Pung liked it. His sister-in-law went behind the young lady's back and stole the kitten. Auntie, I am keeping this kitten. I'm taking it with me. Thank you for looking after the kitten during this time. There's no way I would give Pudding to you. Pudding, I'm so sorry. This is all Mom's fault. Are you okay? Miss Lin, thank you. No need for thanks. After all, you paid for it. During this time, I've hired several pet search teams. None of them found a thing. In my heart, I absolutely loathe Liu Yang. All this time, I've been searching for the cat like a madwoman. Liu Yang even went along with me on the search, comforting me, soothing me. He even suggested we get another kitten. I never imagined his mother had taken the kitten away. He knew where the kitten was all along, yet he watched me run around in circles like a lunatic. All this time, Liu Yang and his mother watched me like this. Did they find it very amusing? Did they think I was so easy to fool? I'm calling off the engagement, and I'll make sure Liu Yang and his mother pay the price. Pudding, don't you worry. Mom won't let you be hurt for nothing. How about I hold the kitten for you? Let's head back first. Pudding is very shy around strangers. It's okay, I'll hold him. Can you try driving now? Pudding, there, good boy. Let's go home, okay? What a poor little kitten. Miss, your kitten will surely live a long, long life. This little pudding wasn't supposed to make it past this summer, but it met me. So it survived. I'm just absolutely amazing. Ha ha ha, thank you, Miss Lin. Good thing I've been cultivating lately. I used spiritual energy today. Still feel like I can manage some noodles. Awesome. Yes, it's this girl. She's pregnant. So she already gave birth. It's him. I'm sure it's him. I found Miss Lin. There's plenty of time ahead. He looks so tiny, so thin, yet so remarkable. She gave me 2 babies. Little Mimi's back. Meow. I'm exhausted. Meow. Pets really do take after their owners. Good girl, let's go see your babies. Meow. Long car ride today. So tired. I'll just have to fob off the little ones with my big tail. So you know everything. Why did you lie to me? Why did you steal my cat? I took it. Why are you yelling at my son? It's just a cat. It's not worth anything. What's all the fuss about? Besides, you're about to get married and have kids. What kind of image does keeping a cat project? Lu Yang, do you feel the same way? Yeah, Mom is right. Cats carry parasites. After all, we're about to start trying for a baby. Mom is just thinking of the child. Thinking of us. Lu Yang, did you only just find out I have a cat? If you don't like cats, you could have found someone who doesn't own one. Lu Yang, let's break up. Over a cat? My cat was in my life long before you. There's no reason to abandon it for you. And today you stole my cat. What will you steal tomorrow? My money? My house? Or my company? Lu Yang, let's part on good terms. Even though you're the one at fault, I won't hold the past against you. We'll split the engagement money 50-50. But all the expenses I had while searching for my cat, plus the vet bills for the kitten, I have all the receipts. Your mother needs to pay for those. Now, both of you, Lee. Yeah, I was wrong. We're already engaged. If we call off the engagement now, how are we supposed to explain this to everyone? It's just a cat. What kind of daughter-in-law acts like this? Get out. How dare you speak to my mother like that? You get out too, Lu Yang. You should understand. If you can't accept my cat, we never could have started this in the first place. You've crossed my bottom line. You have 1 hour. Pack up your things and get out of my house. It's just a cat. This is just ridiculous. What kind of daughter-in-law acts like this? Enough. Would any other daughter-in-law let you live in a big villa? Mom, stop making a scene. First, let's smooth things over and get her back. Once the baby's born, we'll be the ones calling the shots. Right. First win her over. Looking at that scheming man, all I felt was disgust and a sense of him being a complete stranger. Once again, it was my little cat who saved me. Thank you, Pudding. Thank you, Miss Lin. Such a happy, playful spirit. Goodbye for now, little kitty. Good kitty, bad kitty. The texture feels a bit different than usual. Why are you still wearing this? A stiff, hard chest, meow. Is the human not going out hunting today? Normally, by the time I wake up, the human is already eating. I just get an egg and some green leafy vegetables. Wicked oil. Once you've got money, you just stop putting in any effort. I think humans are so childish. But I can't resist the temptation. I can't help but pounce and bite at the feathers on the cat teaser. Boss, I invested 10 million. Where are you? I'll come to your apartment to find you. To thank you in person. No need. Don't come. Just pull your investment. Big brother never used to push me away like this. Shen Tezwang is acting weird too. Big brother told me not to go, but I'm going anyway. Hearing Lu Mingchuan say that put my mind at ease. The colorful feather flickers back and forth before my eyes. I know I'm a full-grown cat now. And I shouldn't be defeated by these human sugar-coated tricks. But no kitten can truly resist such temptation. When a kitten can't catch the teaser wand, it makes a chittering sound, like a telegraph machine. Utterly adorable. No wonder so many people fall for it. The kitten is just too cute. This is my trophy. utterly adorable. I had no idea I was charming the human. All I knew was that I had a trophy. The little ones only know how to mewl and yowl. So clumsy. The tail. Mama's big, fluffy tail. Oh, alright, you can play with it a little longer. Young Master Lu Yimingzu is waiting for you inside. What is it? Big brother, why are you only just getting to work? Big brother usually practically lives at the office. Isn't he a total workaholic? What is it, brother? My film company is now producing both long-form and short-form series. Business is really booming. Does Lu Corporation have any plans to invest in the film and television industry? No. Through 3 generations of development, Lu Corporation, under my leadership, has transformed into a global high-tech enterprise. You want me to invest in your small potatoes operation? Except for grandfather and eldest uncle. Big brother looks down on every other Lu family man equally. Big brother, do you personally have any plans to invest in your little brother? No. Brother, you're a grown man. Find yourself a partner. Stop all this flashy, frivolous nonsense every day. Big brother, aren't you a single dog yourself? Brother, invest 30 million and I'll get lost. 3 million? Huh. Think of all the formula I could buy for the babies and me. Brother, 2 million, 1 million, 1.5, 500,000, 1 million. 1 million is okay. 1 million, okay. Big brother, just 10 million. Have Chindizong transfer it to my account. I'll take my leave now. I won't disturb you further. Big brother, you're busy. Those trashy short dramas Lu Mingyuan produces, they hurt my eyes to watch. What should I do? I really want to punch my little brother. You can't really blame Lu Mingchuan for this. It's just that I'm far too clever. There was absolutely no coercion involved. I wonder if the cat's owner, seeing the video of Mimi, will come looking for it. Probably not. That heartless woman. Just a couple of days ago, I finally had a small lead, and now it's completely gone cold again. Haven't seen her for the past couple of days. No idea where she's gone off to. How can it be this difficult? In those idiotic short dramas Lu Mingyuan makes, the male lead gets the girl's info in a minute flat, grabs her, and brings her right to me. Why is it so incredibly hard to cross paths with someone, especially a woman who sleeps with you and takes no responsibility? What am I, Lu Mingchuan, some kind of lousy man? It's done. That's great, big brother. The contract is already signed. I'll come pick up the kitten myself first thing tomorrow morning. We start work first thing tomorrow morning. First thing tomorrow morning, right. First thing tomorrow morning, big brother. Don't you worry. Your little brother here is very reliable. 2 weeks at most, and I'll return the kitten to you. No need to rush. Take your time filming. If the budget's short, I'll cover it. Just don't overwork little Mimi. A person's life is worth less than a cat's. When I was working non-stop like a mule, when has big brother ever felt sorry for me? Big brother, where did you steal this kid from? Your own flesh and blood? How did you manage that? Get lost. No, big brother, they really are your kids, with such pretty noses and eyes. They look exactly like you. Oh, really? So you're saying 10 months ago, some woman took advantage of you, and then she took off pregnant? When it comes out of Lu Mingyuan's mouth, why does it sound so awful? And then she dumped the kid on you, and ran off again, and you have no idea where she is? Big brother, oh big brother, I never thought, with that prim and proper act, you'd secretly have a kid already. Ha ha ha. And on top of that, she rejected you. Fine, she doesn't want you, but she doesn't even want the baby with you. Just how lousy do you have to be? Alright, stop gloating. So when are you telling uncle and aunt? Grandpa and grandma have been nagging you to get married, too. Bro, can I hold her? Such a tiny little girl, so soft and squishy. A real, live baby of our old Lu family. Our den of bachelors actually produced a little girl. My niece is so adorable. What's her name? She doesn't have a name yet. For now, it's just big brother and little sister. I don't know if the children's mother has given the baby a name. We'll decide after we find their mother. Oh. My big brother, surprisingly honest. She didn't even show her face, just dumped the kid on him. Isn't that basically abandoning her husband and child? And my stubborn big brother insists on finding her. He can't be one of those traditional guys, ready to pledge his life to her no matter what, right? Going by the tropes in my short dramas, guys like that are usually obsessive, destined to be the miserable second male lead. He'll end up getting tormented by the female lead, tormented over and over, just a stepping stone for the main couple. Yeesh, my poor big brother. No worries, from now on, as his little brother, I'll take care of him. Oh? I have no idea what he's imagining. But I've got a bad feeling about this. Alright, let's just call her little sister then. My little niece's eyes crinkle up. She's so adorable. I just want to plant a kiss on her chubby little cheek. The first little girl in our Lu family. Grandpa, Grandma, and eldest uncle. Eldest aunt is going to be over the moon. So, when are you going to tell eldest aunt and the others? In a few days. It feels like the whole Lu family will be good to the little one. That's really great. Then I can rest easy leaving the kid with Lu Mingchuan in the future. Big brother, don't worry. Your little brother will definitely keep it a secret for you. It's going to be quite a scene when the time comes. Let's just wait a bit longer until I find the baby's mother. What do you need me for? I already gave him the kid. I need to give the children's mother an explanation. And I need to ask what the baby's mother thinks. She already gave you the baby, so she probably doesn't want anything to do with you, right? Can you watch your mouth? If you can't say anything nice, get lost. What if she has difficulties or hardships? Who are you, Lu Mingchuan? If she's in trouble, she could use the kid as leverage. Can't you just help her out? She even left me a note. One hand delivers the rice, the other delivers the goods. But I never saw who the rice was for. Where was it supposed to go? I need to talk it out face to face. What should the children be named? Who will have custody in the future? She is the baby's mother. She has more right to decide these things than I do. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for you too. Alright, is human society this complicated? So there's actually all this stuff to deal with? What should we call the little ones? Just big brother and little sister works. Or we could call her Mimi. I already gave the little ones to him. What is he still hung up on? It feels like the kitten's head is about to sprout out of its body. That little dummy is so carefree. Mama cat went out hunting. You keep an eye on it personally. Report back every hour. Contact me immediately if anything comes up. If you can't reach me, contact Assistant Chen. Got it. Remember to give the kitten plenty of water and eat on time. Don't buy cheap cat treats. Don't let strangers feed it random stuff. Alright, alright. A fool with good taste. Pretty amusing. Have you eaten yet? Work's already stopped. Don't worry, I'll feed the kitten right away. He even remembered my little quirk about liking this pink bowl. It's simply too delicious. To keep eating human food forever. I'm willing to stay for a long, long time. To live forever without aging. To stay forever young and remain in this world. Lu Mingchuan's chest is my favorite spot. Now, my spiritual energy can keep me in human form for 2 or 3 days. Lu Mingchuan is amazing. In the world of cats, touching noses is something very intimate. As I understand it, Lu Mingchuan would only touch my nose. Once we've become very, very familiar, I feel a little happy. Was I just molested by a little stinky cat? That woman sold 2 for 2,000 yuan. So how much would she be willing to sell this one cat to me for? Any amount is fine. Money is the last thing I'm short on. This little thing really knows how to charm people. It's only been a few days, and it's already got everyone completely smitten. You're saying it's been 3 days and you still haven't found her? Yes. She doesn't want to come out and see you. Why make things hard for the working folks? Think being a CEO makes you so great? Being a CEO really is pretty great. Our people will locate Miss Lin as soon as possible. What? If you can't find her by tomorrow, don't bother coming to work. Then I'll just resign right now. But the Lu Corporation's annual salary is just too good. Miss Lin, I'm begging you, please go eat some rice noodles tomorrow. Miss Lin, hello. My name is Lu Mingchuan. Oh woo. This is my first time seeing Lu Mingchuan in human form. Such a strange feeling. He's very good looking. His blank expression is actually pretty intimidating. He reminds me a little of someone from my memories. Miss Lin, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm very sorry about what happened back then. The reason I found you today is mainly to discuss the matter between us and the 2 children. What matter is there between us? Oh, the cubs are yours. Raise them well. Don't worry about me. And the cat is yours too. 1,000 per cub. Cash on delivery. After this, we're done. Miss Lin, you are the children's mother. I'm very grateful you chose to keep them both and brought them into this world all on your own. I also deeply regret not being there when the 3 of you needed someone most to be by your side. I'm willing to make any amends, but I hope we can raise the children together. I originally planned to have cubs to keep me company. Didn't expect them to be 2 human cubs. Oh no need to thank me. The 2 cubs are just as clueless as you. They're yours now. If you want to make amends, just give me an extra 2,000. Miss Lin, I'm absolutely dying here. Alright, then it's settled. The cubs are in your hands. I'll come see them when I miss them. All those messy, ridiculous rules of wealthy families. There are so many thieves. It's fine if you don't want me to see the cubs. Anyway, a clever kitty has 100 ways to see her babies. I'm sorry, Miss Lin, I didn't mean it that way. Our Lu family doesn't have a tradition of keeping the child and sending the mother away. I hope you can take care of the babies together with me. Can't you take care of them yourself? Why involve me? They already have someone to look after them. Oh, and here's the kitten's acting fee. Just transfer it to me. Then let's add each other as contacts. Alright. Lin Yu, the cutest in the whole world. This is for the 2 babies and the kitten's expenses. Little me's manuscript fee is a bit more. I'll deposit it into your card. Alright. You really are such a good person. 2,000 bucks for my, Lu Mingchuan's, heir. Is the person in front of me truly naive, or just pretending? Miss Lin, I'm willing to take responsibility for you. I hope you can give me a chance. No need to take responsibility. I didn't expect to be rejected so bluntly. Then you're welcome to visit the babies anytime. I'll send you my home address and door code. Alright. If we don't eat soon, the noodles will get all clumpy. Why is Lu Mingchuan so fussy? Is there anything else? Yes, there is. Wait until I finish my noodles, okay? Do you want some? Oh, okay then, as you said, she looks just like I imagined. A delicate nose tip, big, bright eyes, a lively and charming look between her brows. She likes to take big bites when eating, finishing one thing before starting another. She eats with such relish. A little bit like little me, really, so alike. Sorry to bother you. Regarding the 2 children, I think we still need to discuss this further. No, just raising them up is enough. Give them meat to eat and milk to drink. Miss Lin, children don't just need to be fed. Raising them up is enough. What else? I really don't get it. In the world of little animals, the goal is simply to raise your young. Oh, right. Remember to teach them how to hunt. Hunt? You're so silly. I mean, teach them how to catch prey. Like little rabbits, little birds. But not little mice. As a cat who's gained sentience, I don't like little mice. I can't wrap my head around this. Why would the heir of my Lu family need to catch rabbits and little birds? Anyway, it's about teaching them the skills to find food. Otherwise, will the cubs starve to death when they grow up? They won't starve to death. I realize my thinking can't keep up with Lin Yu at all. Oh, just give them new names, okay? I'm too lazy to think of names for the cubs. Just call them Big Brother and Little Sister. And I think Big Brother and Little Sister are especially nice. Just one Big Brother and one Little Sister. Then what about their household registration? What household registration? They haven't been registered? Then what about the children's birth certificates? There just aren't any. Which hospital were they born in? No, it was a home birth. I gave birth as a cat, my first time as a mom, and I successfully delivered both cubs. Humph. I did it all by myself. The girl before me was beaming with delight, looking utterly proud. You gave birth to the babies at home, all by yourself? You delivered them on your own? Ow. It was very simple. They came out with a pop, and then I just bit through the umbilical cords. You could have come to me. I would have taken responsibility. No need. I originally didn't want to hand the cubs over to Lu Mingchuan. Who knew the 2 cubs were human infants? Sigh. May I go to your home to take a look? There's nothing much to see. I want to see the place where the children were born. Why do I get the feeling that Lu Minghang looks really sad? Like that person online they say looks about to shatter. Alright. They were born right over there. K. What? It's expired? Don't drink it. It's still fine. The 07 milk is even cheaper. You've been giving the kids this? Yeah, it's sweet. They like it. I originally got goat milk for the little ones, but they prefer human baby formula, so I end up drinking the goat milk myself. After I gave birth, the babies couldn't turn into little kittens. And my spiritual energy was too low, so I couldn't keep up a human mother's form for long. I could only feed the 2 little ones formula. I worked really hard to raise them chubby and healthy. Don't waste it. Your wrists are so thin. I feel like I could snap them with just a little force. Why didn't you come to me? Because, well, I wanted to keep the little ones all to myself. Why didn't you come to me, even when things were this hard? Sitting in that restaurant downstairs, I was still a bit confused. As their mother, was Linyu really going to abandon the children? But now, all I feel for Linyu is heartache. She must have been at her limit to finally give him to me. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Didn't I bring the little ones back to you? What about you? I staged an accident too, you know. I was too scared to say anything, afraid I'd be dissected like some little monster. Oh, just take good care of the little ones. Don't worry about me. Right, take good care of the little cat. The little cat loves his freedom. Don't keep him locked up. He'll come home on his own when he's done playing. Even now, she's still thinking about that little cat. Linyu, come with me. I should take responsibility for you. I'll take good care of you. Take good care of our babies. And take good care of our little cat. I can fulfill any request you have. No, you're a good person. You're willing to take care of the little ones. You're a good person. Don't worry about me. If I can't make it on my own, I'll come find you myself. Where are you going? I can give you a ride to Eastside Park. Lu Mingchuan's car is as clean and sparse as the man himself. I've ridden in it several times already when I was a kitten. Back when I was a kitten, Lu Mingchuan would let me curl up in the passenger seat. What's wrong? It really is firm. Feels nice. Miss Lin, only married couples do things like that. Humph, stingy. Liar. When I was a kitten, I'd sleep on his chest every day. I was just curious how it feels as a human. Stingy. Forget it, if you won't let me touch. What's making you so happy? Secret. Thank you, Lu Mingchuan, you really are a good person. What brings you here? I'm here for work. If you don't mind my asking, what kind of work do you do? You seem a bit naive. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. Finding cats. I help people find their cats, and they pay a fee for finding them. I'm really amazing at finding cats. If you ever have a cat and any problems, you can come to me. But I'm not available all the time. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Miss Lin, Xiaomi. I mean, that little tabby. What's her name? My name is Linyu. Just call her Mimi. Is Jimmy really okay with being so casual? He's always been like that. Does he go out during the day and come back at night? After all, it's dangerous outside. If possible, I'd still like to find some way to keep him at home. It's fine. He'll come home on his own. You can rest easy. If he gets lost, I'll find him. At least we have each other's contact info now. When little me isn't home, I make such a fuss it's like little me needs to save someone. So beautiful. But the features look like me. Anyone can tell they're a blend of us both. My child, such a wondrous continuation of our genes. My child. Mine. I hope they'll always be happy, healthy, and safe. I hope they'll be full of vitality, sharp and driven. Lu Yanjiao, Lu Yanqing. Babies. From now on, your names will be Lu Yanjiao and Lu Yanqing. How does that sound? Jiao and Xing both mean bright and radiant. More than anything, I want my children to have bright and smooth lives. Big brother, little sister, do you like your new names? You little rascal, did you just poop? You're stinking up your sister, you know that? And alright, I'll listen to you. That little scoundrel cat is just like its owner. Bleeding Lu Mingchuan dry. Heh heh heh. Little me, I met your owner today. Meow, such a silly person. Very pretty and cute. Very innocent. Meow, you're so happy I'm praising your owner? Meow, little me, I named the 2 little babies. They're called Lu Yanjiao and Lu Yanqing. Big brother is Zhao Zhao. Little sister is Xing Xing. Do they sound nice? Meow, yeah, I think they sound nice too. Babies, How about I take you home this weekend? We'll go see grandpa, grandma, great-grandpa, and great-grandma, alright? And lots of uncles, too. Thinking of all those hopeless bachelors back home, and then looking at my own two little treasures, perfectly sculpted like jade, I'm very content. This weekend I'm taking the kids to the old family home. Okay. There'll be a lot of family there, and it'll be chaotic. I'd like to invite Miss Lin to join me to help me look after the two babies. How many sticks can 100,000 buy? 50,000. How long will 50,000 sticks last? I wonder, why is the other party asking such a strange question? But Lin Yu looks like she's never been to school. Maybe her family is struggling. 5 sticks a day will last 13 years. 13 years is that long? I work hard every day to earn money, and I only make a tiny bit. Deal. If it's convenient for Miss Lin, could we try on the dress tomorrow? Try out a pretty dress? Yes. Good. Tomorrow noon then, okay. Thank you, Miss Lin. Let's go. No need to thank me. You're paying me, after all. It seems spending money can hire Lin Yu. Good thing I have money. Put it on. What's this? It's so pretty. The kitten's habits must have been picked up from Lin Yu. I find it oddly endearing. A formal gown. You wear a gown to a banquet. And this? Shoes? They're a pair of stiletto heels. Sparkly. This citizen likes them. I'll put them on. Let me try. Do I look good? You look absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I think it's really pretty too. Thank you, Lu Mingchuan. I'm glad you like it. Is it a gift for me? It's for you. Her cheeks, fair and smooth as fine jade, her lashes long and curled. Lu Mingchuan, your gaze is terrifying, like a little animal spotting its prey. I apologize. Miss Lin, you are too beautiful. Hee, thank you. Shall we head out now? I'll style your hair first. Oh, okay. I looked in the mirror, absolutely delighted. I think I look even more beautiful now. These little human trinkets are really quite nice sometimes. Whatever you like, that's how it should be. I'm even starting to miss Lu Mingchuan a little. Beautiful. Even better, more refined. Oh, okay. Miss Lin, you'll need to take my arm. We'll walk arm in arm like this. Then what about the little one? We can leave the little one behind. We won't bring them in for the entrance. Just let the nanny push the stroller. It was only at this moment I realized the house is truly overflowing with kitten things. Lu Mingchuan really has taken wonderful care of me. I love every single thing. Thank you, Lu Mingchuan. You've raised Mimi very well. Well, if you could stop Mimi from running around everywhere, I could raise her even better. No way. This is the baby's mother. Miss Lin, oh my. The cubs I gave birth to are so beautiful, prettier than everyone else's. Cubs, ha. I suddenly feel Lin Yu returned the two babies. Simply because he doesn't know how to raise them. Lin Yu, you can't hold a baby like that. Why not? I've always picked them up this way. The little sister goes awoo, awoo, awoo dot. See, she really likes it. Awoo, awoo. The baby is too little. You need to support her neck with one hand and support her bottom with the other. Pick her up carefully. Otherwise, she could easily get hurt. Alright. Here, you hold her. So many rules. Stupid human, annoying Mimi. Can you really hold a baby like that? Good thing I chose to let him raise the babies. I can do this. This won't be a problem. I'm going to lure the baby's mother home too. A family of 4, not a single one can be missing. He looks really silly. Lu Mingchuan, your kid is so silly. First, let me take you to meet my parents and my grandparents. They're all very nice. Don't feel any pressure. I just want them to meet the children's mother. No pressure. Don't worry. The word cowardice isn't in my kitty dictionary. I'm getting paid, so I have to push it myself. Baby. Here, let me do it. What a beautiful estate. Green trees and grass everywhere. All kinds of pretty flowers. And a huge pond right inside the courtyard. There are chubby fish in the pond. Your home is so big. Yeah, after we see my parents, I'll show you around. Oh my, Mingchuan is here. Come, over here. Grandma, it's just as you're thinking. Happy birthday. This is my gift for your 70th birthday. Do you like it? Grandma, this is Linyu. She's the girl I'm pursuing. What girl I'm pursuing? This is my son, your little great-grandson, Lu Yanjiao. Mingchuan, is this really your child? Yes. This is wonderful. Wonderful. The Lu family has an heir. Are they twins? The third and fourth sons are also twins. Twins are good. Grandma, here's another surprise. This is my little daughter, Lu Yanqing. My precious girl, a little great-granddaughter. Our Lu family has a daughter, a sweet, soft little girl. Old man. Old man, come quick, look at the little girl. In all my years, I never thought I'd see a daughter born into our Lu family. Ha ha ha, Lu Mingchuan, is your family a little off? Grandpa and Grandma are just overjoyed. Linyu, thank you, but they look like they're about to lose their minds. Lin, you can say that, but I certainly can't. Otherwise, the ancestors of the Lu family would crawl out of their graves in the middle of the night to settle accounts with me. Do you like it, grandmother? I love it. Young lady, thank you. I'm so grateful to you. I know that rascal Lu Mingchuan. His temper is as stubborn as a mule. No girl could ever stand him. Yet you were still willing to have children with him. A spirit jade nurtured by nature's energy for eons. The moment I put it on, my body feels incredibly comfortable. Thank you, Grandmother Lu. The bracelet is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm glad you like it. Come, let's go inside and rest with grandmother. What a lovely young lady. It's a pity she's being mistreated by that rascal Lu Mingchuan. Grandmother, Lu Mingchuan hasn't mistreated me. Lu Mingchuan is a good man. That black-hearted grandson of mine. I wonder how he managed to fool this young lady. Others might not know what Lu Mingchuan is like, but how could I not? He's been full of mischief since he was little, always egging his younger brothers on to do bad things, while he himself stayed out of trouble. If Lu Mingchuan ever mistreats you in the future, you just tell grandmother. Grandmother will get revenge for you. Grandma, there, better now. Grandmother will stop now. Let's go inside. Come on, it's so cold out here. It's not cold at all. In fact, I'm a little warm. Which family's relative is that? Never seen her before. Definitely not from around here. Most likely some little bird Lu Mingchuan is keeping. There's no one I don't know. But to be able to hook Lu Mingchuan, it seems she's got some skills. That person reeks. That ugly man is so annoying. Brother, is there any problem with my people? No problem. Are they all afraid of you? Not exactly afraid, but none of them compare to the Lu family, so you don't need to be reserved. Just do whatever you want. Okay, but I wasn't being reserved anyway. In this world, there is nothing and no one that requires me to be reserved. From now on, don't call me that randomly. Call you what randomly? I've seen in those short dramas. Domineering CEOs with young, pretty girls always call them brother. Watch less of that brain-rotting stuff. The garbage Lu Mingyuan produces really does rot your brain. I'm never investing in him again. No. Beautiful. Well, aren't you impressive? SOSO. But protecting you and the baby is no problem. So our two little cubs can strut around like they own the place? You can strut around too. Lu Mingchuan, you're kinda handsome. You are the mother of my children. No matter what, I should take responsibility for you. Rest assured, I will protect you and help you. If you need anything at all, you can come to me. It's a deal. It's a deal. If you're short on cash, you can come to me too. So you can give me lots and lots of money? Yes. You bore my children, so I should provide for you. Is this a rule of human society? But I like it. Hee, my heart seems to be swaying along with it. Little ones, your human daddy is actually pretty great. Hold me, mama. I don't want to hold you. My dress is so pretty today. Liu, you can't hold a little baby like that. A baby's neck is thin and its head is big. Oh, human cubs are such a hassle. It's not like I wanted to hold him like that. The cub made me hold him like that. This mother and child are truly innocent and resilient. Looks like I'll have to be both father and mother from now on. Let me take care of the baby. Oh, mama, be good. Daddy will hold you. Where should I put the bracelet? I have to go straight to work after this is over. It's already scheduled. I'm very busy. If I give it to you, just keep it. Then what about Grandma? It's fine, Grandma has plenty more. As long as you like it. Scoot over a bit. So hot. Where's my dear brother? I heard I have a grandson and granddaughter. Where's my granddaughter? Come let grandma hold you. Mom, baby. Grandma's right here. Grandma gives you kisses. You must be Miss Lin. Oh my, you're so beautiful. Auntie, you're very beautiful too. You look as lovely as an older sister. If it weren't for Lu Mingchuan, I never would have guessed you're already a mother. You have such a sweet tongue. My child, you've worked hard. Dealing with a big block of ice like Lu Mingchuan and having his baby, you must have endured so much. Lu Mingchuan, I raised you for nothing. Turns out you're an irresponsible scumbag. Miss Lin has given you a child, and you've kept it from the whole family. No, there's no need to take responsibility. How pathetic. The young lady doesn't even want you. It's fine, if she doesn't want you, so be it. Later, Auntie will introduce you to other handsome young men. Let this little iceberg grow old all alone. This is my own mother. Yu, please don't be put off. This is a welcome gift from Auntie. Auntie is wearing it for the first time today, too. Auntie had no idea that good-for-nothing Lu Mingchuan would bring you and the babies home today. Next time, I'll make it up to you with a grand gift. So there are things in this world his son can't handle. Meow. Kitty, what are you doing here? Meow meow. Miss Lin, please be careful. This cat has a bad temper. Hello, Miss Lin. I'm Lu Mingyi, the 6th young master of the Lu family, you know. Hello. Can I help you with something? This human doesn't seem very approachable. I don't like him. Just came over to say hi. After all, you're big brother's woman. From now on, we're family. Miss Lin, you're very beautiful. Thank you. Of course I'm beautiful. Whether as a human or a cat, I'm the most beautiful of all. But this human who seems hard to get along with, even if he compliments me, I still don't feel like giving him a pleasant look. Miss Lin, a beautiful girl like you ending up with my big brother is truly a waste. Lu Mingyan, isn't your face tired from all that smiling? I don't know you. Don't talk to me anymore. Don't you dare get my dress dirty. Kitty, what are you doing here? Meow Me has been here all along. Meow, that person just now was bad. Meow, the bad guy isn't a young master of the Lu family. Meow Me, what else do you know? I'll bring you some next time. Little freeze-dried treats. Meow meow meow. The 6th young master is going to drug the eldest young master. Drug who? Meow meow. The bad guy wants to harm the little one's daddy. Then what about the little ones? Who'll raise them? I don't want to raise kittens. What's wrong with Lu Mingchuan? So spicy. Lu Mingchuan, this is awful. Slow down. That's Baijiu. Here, rinse your mouth. Doesn't seem to have much effect. This poison isn't all that potent. Could Little Black have been mistaken? Oh no, it really is poisonous. I feel like I'm seeing double of Lu Mingchuan right now. I feel a bit dizzy. What a lightweight. I'll take Lin Su to rest first. The rest of you, keep eating. Lu Mingchuan, why do I feel my body going weak? The room is spinning too. The way he looks right now is practically luring in a hunter. Lu Mingchuan, you need to watch out for that 6th brother of yours. Lu Mingchuan, you're so good looking. You're the most beautiful person I've ever seen. We're way too close. My butt and tail are so itchy. I think my tail patch is about to show. What tail? It can't come out. I can never keep up with Lin Yu's train of thought. What's wrong, Lu Mingchuan? Someone tried to poison you. Yes, poison. But don't worry, I already drank the poison. You'll be fine. This beautiful girl in my arms, whom I've only met a handful of times, has already stolen my heart. You drank that to take the poison from me? Hee. Lu Mingchuan, you're so good. You can't die. Dummy, just between us. It's your family's old 6 who tried to poison you. He smells bad. Alright, I understand. I've always known old 6's intentions. But 3rd uncle and 3rd aunt have only this one son. And 3rd uncle is in poor health, so I've been tolerating him. I actually wish Lu Mingyi would stand up and fight me openly, instead of resorting to these cheap tricks. Luckily, my people already swapped the wine. Perhaps? I should have drunk the cup Lu Mingyi handed me. I wonder if it's not too late to drink it now. Besides, he's not even a child of your Lu family. What? Your Lu family is so dumb. Raising someone else's kid. Then do you know whose child he is, which family he belongs to, and do you know where the Lu family's furnace is? Oh, you're so clueless. Why do you keep asking and asking? I'm taking you home, okay? Even though he doesn't know me well, I know him very well. Lu Mingchuan's embrace is so warm and cozy, meow, so comfy. Lu Mingchuan, you smell so good. Thank goodness he's an honorable man. What took you so long? Where did you go? I couldn't find you. Lin Xiao, do you really think I'm some kind of gentleman? Sleepy time. Are you sure you want to sleep with me? Sleepy time. Why are my arms and legs so long? But my body feels so comfortable. Every pore feels nourished by spiritual energy. My demon core was shattered by heavenly lightning long ago. Is it because I slept with Lu Mingchuan? Lu Mingchuan, thank you. Lin Yu, you have to take responsibility for me. Why? You're asking me why? Can I just be responsible for a little while? Humph. Heartbreaker. Even a heartbreaker shouldn't be locked up. Lu Mingchuan, are you watching me? Ah. You scared me to death. I thought there was some kind of danger. Come eat, quick. Miss Lin, Xiaomi didn't come back today. She went out to play. It's fine. When she's had enough fun, she'll come home on her own. There are so many dangers out there. Oh, it's really fine. If anything happens, I'll go rescue her. I'm a professional. Heartbreaker. Irresponsible to people. Irresponsible to cats, too. A 2-month-old cub still doesn't know anything. All it can do is mewl. A 2-month-old kitten can already start learning to hunt. I really look down on Lu Mingchuan. If the 2 cubs grow up following him, will they starve to death? Lu Mingchuan, will you let the 2 cubs starve to death? How could the cubs starve to death? No? Humph, fine. What a silly looking face. If you keep squeezing the baby will keep drooling. Just one squeeze is okay, right? I only squeezed just a tiny bit. I'm fine. But you can't squeeze any more after this. Okay, okay. Lu Mingchuan, the baby smiled. The baby can actually smile. Ha ha ha, that fair, cute little face. Little mouth spreading open, revealing those pink, tender gums. Like a little old man. The baby you gave birth to is so beautiful. Of course. Ah. Pass that to me, okay? Good. It's so tasty. Pets really do take after their owners, huh? Drink it if you want. I'll just make a fresh pot for them. Okay, Lu Mingchuan, you're such a nice guy. I don't want a nice guy card. I feel really good and at ease leaving the kittens with Lu Mingchuan. Idiot. Lu Mingchuan would never guess I'm actually a kitty. Lu Mingchuan, I'm heading to work now. Gonna change clothes. I think it looks pretty good. It still has Lu Mingchuan's scent on it. It smells nice. Do you like it? Alright, I bought you some pretty clothes. Wanna take a look? Pretty clothes? Then let's have a look. These are all for you, Miss Lin, I hope you like them. Are they all mine? Then I'll just pick one I like. Alright. I'm not greedy. Once I find one I like, I'm satisfied. I was born walking on tiptoes. High heels are no challenge for me at all. Does it look good? Good, it looks really good. Then am I the most beautiful in the world? Lu, you said yesterday that Lu Mingyi isn't of Lu family blood. Is that true? Of course it's true. Everyone else in your family smells fragrant. He's the only one who stinks. And he also drugged you. He's so wicked. Lu Mingchuan, you need to drive him away. Alright, thank you, Lin Yu. Do you know anything else? I don't know anything else. Little Black is getting old. He talks all muddled and incoherent, just like he's got dementia. I heard Lu Mingchuan was going to be poisoned and drop dead. I rushed right over. I didn't have time to listen to his rambling. Can't you find anything? This is a novel's world, after all. In novel worlds, the domineering CEOs command the winds and clouds. Omnipotent and all-powerful. Is Luo Mingchuan not capable of that? I inexplicably feel underestimated. I'm already looking into it. Then hurry up and investigate. Don't worry, I'll help you out too. As long as you're willing to keep doing fun things with me. Lin Yu, I'm not fooling around, stop teasing. Alright, this one's on me. Consider it a gift. I'll help you find your family's old six. At worst, I'll just go ask Xiaohei again. By the way, Lu Mingchuan, is that Xiaohei your family's cat? Xiaohei? You mean that black cat? That black cat has a bad temper. Not like Xiaohei at all. You need to be careful. The black cat was brought home by my grandfather. They say back then, the Lu family was nearly bankrupt. Grandfather picked up that cat from the roadside, and the family business came back from the brink. So my grandfather firmly believes the black cat brings fortune. The cat is only close to my grandparents. Otherwise, would it be close to you? Letting you pull out its fur? I don't do that anymore. That's good. Don't end up plucking those little ones bald one day. That would be way too ugly. Lin Yu, I'll handle this matter. Lu Mingyi is no innocent party. You stay out of it. Ha, Lu Mingyi is no innocent party? As if I, Lin Yu, am? Just for Lu Mingchuan saying that, I'm definitely getting involved. Brother. Lu Mingyi really doesn't seem to have any trace of the Lu family in him. Instead, he somewhat resembles a driver the Lu family employed over a decade ago. The eyes are similar, and so is the face shape. Genetics really are something amazing. All these years, and no one ever noticed. Lu Mingyi's company in Cambodia. The newly invested communications construction project. You'll be in charge of it. Big brother, you know exactly why. Big brother, grandfather will never agree. We don't need grandfather's agreement. My approval is enough. You have 2 days to prepare. You'll depart the afternoon of the day after tomorrow. Mingchuan, don't push it too far, or you can have a taste of my methods. Silly girl, not a single message. She said she'd send me a WeChat. Lin Yu, are you coming to see the little ones tonight? I sent the driver to take you. Please keep an eye on the queue number. The driver didn't find you. Did something happen? If anything comes up, feel free to call me anytime. The little ones miss you so much. Still not done with work? Are you alright? Do you need any help? I'm doing great. Thank you so much. But I didn't see your driver. Were you very busy yesterday? Is your work finished? All done. Lin Yu, I'm really worried about you. It feels like Lin Yu could suddenly disappear at any moment. I can't hold on. I've even thought about sending someone to tail Lin Yu and investigate him. It's fine. I'm super awesome. Don't you worry. And besides, I was with Lu Mingchuan last night. Silly human. I'm the most awesome in the whole world. Have you eaten? Not yet, just about to. I know an incredibly delicious restaurant. Would you like to give it a try? Where is it? Where are you? I'll come pick you up. That restaurant doesn't take walk-ins from strangers. Why? On what grounds? I'll take you there. We'll go ask. Sometimes I even feel like Lin Yu is Xiaomi. Xiaomi is Lin Yu. I think I might be going crazy. Xiaomi came home last night. Did she go find you during the day? Guess. Lu Dai definitely won't guess it. The truth is, I am Xiaomi. I come home every day. What's wrong? I think Xiaomi is too beautiful. Yeah, Xiaomi is very beautiful. Hehe, I'm the prettiest little cat. So what did you do today? Went to help a young lady find her cat. You have no idea how outrageous he was. He was practically a pervert. People like that are just rotten and foul. So detestable. Don't be mad. Have a piece of candy. I like peach flavor. Delicious. You like it? I'm happy now. I feel like kneading, but I'm human right now. Lu Mingchuan, so sweet. I still prefer cats. Cat paws are pretty. Pink little paw pads. Little white paws. Lots of people like my paws. I like them too. To think Lu Dai would have a woman leading the way. Why doesn't your place admit strangers? Since when does my place not admit strangers? Their place requires a reservation. Usually you can't get one around mealtime. Of course, these dishes look so good in the photos. Then bring out all your best dishes and let's give them a try. Serve the food as soon as possible. Is it good? Delicious. Then you can come eat here from now on. Just mention my name. Lu Mingchuan, right. He may be a bit slow, but he really knows how to eat. The food they make, whether sweet, sour, spicy, salty, or numbing, it's all so delicious. On Mount Kunlun, we could only eat the food the Immortal Lord cooked. I used to think the Immortal Lord's cooking was the best on all of Mount Kunlun, but now I think I just hadn't tasted enough good food. The Immortal Lord could only roast chicken, roast fish, grill chicken, grill fish. I wonder where the Immortal Lord has gone. One day, he just vanished. I don't know if I'll ever see him again in this lifetime. Could the Immortal Lord have come to this world too? What about him? You don't understand. Do you want to go back tonight and see Xingxing and Zhao Zhao? Because I helped the little kitty and Luan. My spiritual energy has recovered a little bit, but who would ever complain about having too much of this stuff? Then can you let me take responsibility tonight? No, you can't. Only after we're married, okay? Then just wait. We'll talk about it when I'm able to get married. Right now, it's definitely not possible. I don't even know myself when I might turn into a little cat. What if it scares Lu Mingchuan to death? Then the little babies would have no daddy. That would be so pitiful. Even if you don't take responsibility, you can still come see the babies. Alright then. I want some too. You like drinking it, and Lin you likes drinking it too. Then I'll make you a cup. Okay. When I was a kitty, Lu Mingchuan only gave me goat's milk. I've actually been craving some too. It looks really tasty. Just now at the restaurant. His little belly was all round and full from eating. Has he already digested it all so quickly? Adorable. But hasn't little me come back yet tonight? Usually by the time I get off work, little me is already home. Where's little me? He went home today. You're raising another one? Suit yourself. Raising a cat? Suit yourself too. But so far, I found I simply can't force little me to do anything. He's smarter than any ordinary cat, and he never gives up until he gets what he wants. Smart as a human. But the person in front of me is as silly as a little kitten. Can't sleep soundly, like on Lu Mingchuan's chest. Lu Mingchuan won't let me sleep with him. Do I have to obey? Kittens never listen to people. Xiaomi. You're back. Even cuter. Aren't your legs tired from walking every day? How about not going out tomorrow, okay? Meow. No, I still need to earn lots of little rice grains to buy cat food for all the kittens in the world. The meowing sound is just so soothing. Me likes to nuzzle, me nuzzles. Shoo, Xiaomi, does your mom dislike me? I don't have a mom. Wait, by mom, he couldn't be referring to me, could he? In the human world, many cat owners call themselves mom or dad. It's as if by doing so, two different species form a bond. Such a magical feeling. I don't dislike you. Really? It's real. Even when he's angry, that creep is so cute. All puffed up. There, better now. Xiaomi, don't be mad. Meow. I'm so pitiful. Very few people in my contacts ever reach out to me. The people I've added never contact me. Only Lu Mingchuan. Mao Gaoji's little miss. Lu Mingchuan, do you think I could livestream? Would people like me? They would. Whether you livestream or not, everyone will like you. Hehe, Lu Mingchuan. You're really kind. I know Song Chang. A good guy, and quite capable too. If you want to livestream, you can go to him. The elite circle in City A is only so big. The Song family has a good reputation. Back when Song Chang came to the company, we got along well. We both invested in me. If Lin Yu goes into livestreaming, this early investor is going to be heartbroken. So, do you think I could do livestreaming? It's rare for Lin Yu to talk to me this much. He believes I can do it. Everyone will like you. Well, me too. Then you've got great taste. I'll look into it some more. If you have any questions, you can come to me. Whatever Lin Yu wants to do, just go for it with confidence. I've got your back. I'm absolutely thrilled with my big fluffy tail. It seems like I might really be able to do this. There are so many people in the live stream room, even more than the people replying on Little Sweet Potato. But for now, I've also promised several cat owners to help find their cats. I can't be someone who goes back on their word. Meow. The little babies can roll over now. They're no longer just little ones lying in bed, crying all the time. The babies are so amazing. He. Meow. Come with me. What's wrong, Xiaomi? Meow. Let's go. Meow. The babies can roll over. Xiaomi is so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me to see the babies roll over. I think humans are really so silly. Human babies are silly too. How can they be 3 months old and still not taught? A 3-month-old kitten can already hunt on its own. The babies won't have the ability to survive on their own later. They'll have to be cared for forever. I have to work even harder. Such silly babies will have to rely on me when they grow up. Ah, so kittens really do sigh. How can you be this cute? What are you sighing about? Xiaomi, meow, it's all because of that silly owner, Lu Mingchuan. Ignoring me all day. The kitten ignores me too and bites people. Bad cat. Xiaomi. Let me take you to get neutered. How about it? You've been running around outside every day. What if you go into heat? If some other tomcat bullies you, you might end up having kittens. Meow. Has Lu Mingchuan lost his mind? I'm not in heat at all. I'm a mature cat who is cultivated into human form. Cat people don't just randomly go into heat. I don't need to be spayed. I don't need it. Meow, you've got quite the temper. Xiaomi, getting spayed is for your own good. Otherwise, if you have kittens, could you afford to raise them? Meow, I don't want to be spayed. Be good. This isn't something you get to decide. I've already booked an appointment at the vet for you. I'll be there with you. Don't be scared. Help. I can't stay in this house anymore. It's terrifying. Humans want me to be neutered. Linyu doesn't seem very reliable. I'll still have to worry about this myself. I think kittens are just like little babies. They don't need to have kittens of their own. They can just live happily like this forever. Actually, I don't need Linyu to have babies either. I think Linyu herself is still like a child who hasn't grown up, so impulsive and energetic. But since we already have a child, I should take responsibility. He's so busy every day. Busy interacting with fans on Little Sandshoe. Busy helping people find their lost kittens. He'll even be live streaming later. But I'm already satisfied that he's willing to reply to my messages. After all, before, I couldn't even track him down.